Are you a victim of domestic violence? Since 2013, From Ordinary to Extraordinary has helped over 3,000 women, and we want to continue to rebuild the community with one family at a time. Please make a donation or sign up for volunteer opportunities today at IamFote.org. No matter how you choose to get involved, know that every bit counts. From Ordinary to Extraordinary is a 501c3 nonprofit organization designed to empower women and girls that have experienced domestic violence.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'm going to tap in for sure.
Tap in.
On my neck, that diamonds on my neck, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends. Welcome to Thursday Eve. Yes, we have made it to Thursday Eve. Tomorrow is the day we live for. I know therapists tell you the wrong thing to do is live for Friday. Well, then make Monday through Thursday more important. How about that? How about society make Monday through Thursday more fun? How about we make the weekend the work week? That's right. We'll work Friday. I'll even give you Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and then the weekend is Monday through Thursday. How about that? No. What do you mean no? What do you mean no? You wouldn't be down for that? Good morning, Afro Queen.
Just be a matter of getting used to that. Good morning, Afro Queen. Used to that.
I could get used to that. I could definitely get used to that. We need to apologize to Afro Queen. After yesterday, we set our world record. We were only 8 minutes late yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Today we like to apologize. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It was the weather during our track meet. I don't know if the wind was against us, but we're 15 minutes late. So we had a little setback. Don't be mad at us. We had a little setback. I know we were trying to get y'all trained to get there close. I promise you, by the new year, this show will start at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time and 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I promise you. Sequisa, what up? Rich Risings. I like the Rich Risings. Where is the rest of the crew? Today, it is just Michael Shawn and one set of ovaries. Y'all do have sets of ovaries, right? It's not just one ovary, right? Y'all do have sets. Okay. Just one set of ovaries. But in at the top of the hour, we will have another set of ovaries on the show.
Yes.
We will have another set of ovaries, and that set belongs to Lady Jade, radio superstar, radio legend up there in DFW, and we'll be talking to her.
Radio's princess.
Radio's princess. And listen, man, y'all got questions for Lady Jade, then y'all get on here. Y'all got questions, y'all get on here. She'll be on here at the top of the hour, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, 8 a.m. on the East Coast. No, Jay Black's, if you want to know what Jay Black, other square, the other male, Jay Black's family has been taken over by some type of sickness. I don't know if it's the flu. I don't know if it's a severe cold. From what I hear, he's telling me, this is the funny thing about Jay Black. And I should keep this to when I review my night. Good morning. When I hit Jay Black, I was being a friend because I know I'm not attentive when it comes to friendship. Like I know I'm not, like I gotta get better with that. Sometimes I take my friends for granted because I just my friends we won't talk. What up? We won't talk to each other for like 6 months, and then we talk, and just like we talked yesterday. So I sent a text message out and said, Jay, how are you and the family holding up? Like, is everybody good? We just over it ourselves. First day working this week. First thing Jay said was, let me read it. Let me read this verbatim. So y'all don't think I'm making this nonsense up. Y'all don't think I'm making this up. Hold up. Where's Jay? Jay. So this is my actual text to Jay Black, whose family is sick. And I was assuming he was sick because the family was sick. Hey, how's you and the family feeling? He says, getting through it. First thing he says is, I got to do everything around here and watch me get sick too. The first thing he complained about was having to do everything. I got to do everything around here and watch I get really sick next. Really?
Stay so guarded within your career.
That's what we doing, Jay Black. We gonna
That's-
complain about what we got to do.
Hey, Stacey Mitchell.
Good morning, Jay Black. So I don't even think Jay Black is sick yet. I think he's overwhelmed by everything he has to do in the house because Lady Q must be down. Good morning, Ashley Newman. What's going on? Good morning. Good morning. So yeah, so Jay is okay. His wife, Lady Q, I think his wife and his son are the ones who are sick, and Jay Black is right now overwhelmed by everything he has to do. So I'm telling you, sometimes it's easier to just leave the house and go to work than actually stay in the house and do everything that it takes to take care of in the house. Sometimes you realize when you got to stay in the house with the kid, or in my case, the kids, yeah, you be like, I got to get a job. You know what? I think I'm pumping gas. I got to get out this house. That's typical Jay Black. Yes, it is, Shaquisha. Gotta love him. Gotta love him. So, Shawnee Scott, how was your night last night?
I was working a lot last night, so I went to sleep late and I had to wake up early.
You didn't have to wake up that early. Like, I don't know what type of schedule that you set yourself on, but you be waking up obnoxiously early.
I had to get up at 4 o'clock.
You wake up at 3:30 in the morning. You woke up at 3:30. You told me
3:30. Well, today I got up at 4 because I had to make sure that I was ready because I have other things I got to do right after the show. So.
Yeah, you wake up, Erica Hunter. Good morning. You wake up entirely too early, girl. But that's on you. You wake up entirely too early because you need to do what you need to do before you go to sleep. So you ain't got to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
I didn't go to bed till 12:30 last night. So what do you mean?
So why ain't you finish everything that you had to do last night? 4 a.m. is when billionaires are built.
I started 4 a.m. every morning.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had another show I had to do yesterday night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you did.
Then I had work
cheating on our show. Go ahead.
And so at some point I have to get some sleep, Michael Shawn.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, we need to formulate your schedule. Like, let me tell you what the problem is with Shawnee Scott. Shawnee Scott is one of the hardest working people. She's one of the hardest working women I've ever seen. Let's pause. Thank you. Okay. Let's pause.
Okay.
First of all, let's acknowledge how good Shawnee looks today. Let's acknowledge I don't know what the show off was for today. I don't know what she's trying to do.
Oh, really?
I don't know what she's trying to do. But let's just acknowledge what she looks like today. Like, this is what I'm talking about.
Today. Okay.
No. You stepping out today. You know you stepping out today. You got a hold. Okay. All right. I appreciate that. I appreciate what's going on. And this is why eventually you will break down and you'll see everybody will see what happens. Yes, I'm loving the hair. So am I, Shaquisha.
Thank you, Stacey.
Makeup is popping. Yes, it is, Shaquisha. And yes, it is, Stacey. Yes, it is. She got the Mary J hair on. Exactly, James.
Mary J hair on. I don't.
If I didn't have plans, I might hop on a plane. If I ain't had things, responsibilities I had to do. Don't worry, y'all. Don't worry. Hold tight, y'all. One step at a time. It's one step at a time. You just gotta keep working at it. Don't worry, y'all. I'm gonna win this. I'm gonna win this race.
You will be hopping on the plane. Y'all all be hopping on the plane. The deal go through. So.
No, nobody worried about all. Nobody would y'all all be hopping on the plane. Anyway, so go ahead. You have to get some sleep. Yes. Oh yeah, no, so I was go ahead.
I have to get some sleep. So today is gonna be a long day. Friday is going to be a long day. Saturday is going to be even longer day. I think Sunday is right around the time I'll be able to get some rest.
Okay, so I'm going to be Dr. Felipe, not Dr. Phil, Dr. Felipe right now. She's your queen to be in Coming to America voice. Look at that. Hit the button and clap it up for James. Hit the button. Hit the damn button and clap it up for James right now. I need applause. James, she's your queen to be in Coming to America. Why you gotta play? Why you gotta low key? Trying to give the whack applause. Thank you, James. We gonna all press her. I'm gonna have the watchers press her. We all gonna press her. But this is why you don't go to sleep on. Thank you. More love for James K. Williams Jr. Yes. This is my observation. And Diggs BTW7. Oh, what's
Hey,
up?
we have somebody checking in from Twitch. What's up?
Oh, he's definitely a Cowboy fan. Shout out to you. I can't hate y'all having a good season. He's a Diggs fan. What's it, Stephon Diggs? Or I always get him and his brother mixed up. So this is the problem with Shawnee. This is why Shawnee goes to bed so late, but she don't want to admit this. Shawnee is a very hard worker, and she goes to work, and it's to the point where Shawnee, I'll be like, we need to do this, and she's like, then let's do it now. She's one of them people. Let's take care of it now. That's why I don't bring certain stuff up, because she'll be like, well, let's we can do it right. I said, when can we do that? And I'm thinking we can do it tomorrow. She's like, we can do it right now.
Yes,
Right.
we can get it done. Because actually, you on the list today. I got to do 3 things for you.
And she is, when it comes to that, when she gets to it, like, she will get it done. At Mike, my husband said you're gonna have both of your crushes on the show today, so this is gonna be interesting. See, and we're gonna clear, and we're gonna. That's funny. We're gonna clear that up today. We're going to clear that up today. Oh, y'all messy. I can't even blame it on Sequisa. How the man in the house gonna be messy?
Oh,
He's supposed to be riding with me. This is the problem. I shouldn't say a problem, but everybody has their thing. Everybody has their vice. Shawnee is a hard worker and would be in bed by 10:30, 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock at the latest, if she didn't get distracted with her addiction called scrolling. Scrolls and scrolls and scrolls. Now, the reason why I know she scrolls and she scrolls and she scrolls and she scrolls is because I then get 30 to 35 different Instagram reels in my inbox or my DMs or whatever it is. And they just go and go and go to the point where Shawnee's sending so many damn reels. She says so many damn reels that I have to set aside a time of the day so I can go through all of them, because then Shawnee will ask me a question. Well, I sent that to you. Like, you didn't look at it. You didn't. Don't forget to support Media Room 360 TV by sharing the show. Sequisa, thank you so much. Please share the show, y'all. Share the show right now if you're on here. She sends me, let me count how many I have. I just want to count just really quick. I just want to, y'all think I'm playing. Y'all think I'm playing. Hold up. This is what she does. No. Don't put the crickets up. Don't put the crickets. Hold up. Where's Shawnee? I'm going to count, y'all. I'm going to count. I legit, these are legit. Hold up. Where is it? These are legit right there. This is a scroll. I just want to show you. I just want to show you. Whoa.
That's 2.
Hold up.
3.
Hold up.
4.
Hold up. You can't, don't even worry about counting. This is where it goes. Look. It ain't gonna
you. Like,
It ain't
they're
gonna
on the
stop.
other side. That's you sending one. So see.
No, you said I'll count them right now. I'll count them for real. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I sent you that one. 10,
See?
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. She sent me one of Diddy being on stage because he was very bloated on stage. That was a funny one. 17, 18. Now, anyway, it goes on. Now, this is the one that we didn't do. But back to my point. If she would put that phone down, she would not be in bed at 12:30 at night. But she don't want to put that phone down. You have a problem. We have a problem. I think after 9 o'clock. Now, mind you, this is the same woman. This is the same woman that when her kids come in the house from school, when she gets them, she says, run them goddamn phones. I need them phones. She takes the phones from the kids, which is great. She says, I need the phones up here on this counter. I need them now. Why don't I see? And if they forget, if they don't do it voluntarily, that's even worse. She's like, oh, y'all forgot? Everybody forgot where your phone's supposed to be. And then they put the phones up. And they put the phones where she can see them so they can't use it. And you know what she does? She pulls her phone out and starts scrolling.
Yeah, but I'm the one that I pay the bill. I can scroll.
She starts scrolling in their face. It's like saying,
yes.
It's like people being thirsty and you like this right in their face. Scrolling. I saw the most amazing thing. Okay, finish your night. Finish your night before I go into this. Finish your night before I go into this. Finish your
I
night
mean,
before I
that's what I did. I was up. I was working. I was
17
getting
nights.
things together. Yes, I do send a lot, and I send enough for him to have his own. Like I make my own social media network, so he needs to just scroll through the stuff that I send, or just
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
No. I feel like one of her kids because she'll send 30 of these and then want to test me. And she gives me a pop quiz. So did you see the one where the girls were singing in the church about dropping it for Jesus? I'm like, which one was that? She was like, that was number 25. Scroll. It's after Diddy being bloated and before. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. This is amazing. Let me tell you about this is why Shawnee, Jay Black, and Mo are better parents than I'll ever be. And I want to see if I got this right. Because I just listen. When I'm talking to her, I just listen. I don't put no input.
Mm-hmm.
What is the essay that your daughters have to write?
Okay, so I took the phones from them because
Yeah.
they're influenced by, I realized they're more influenced by their friends than me because I couldn't understand, well, why they act like that? I don't do that. Why are they doing these things that are not characteristics of me? So their personality, they have my personality, but their characteristics are
Right.
not the same as
Other
me.
than their phone use, their addiction to phone uses, that's similar to your traits. But go ahead, I get it. The rest of it, yeah,
So,
okay, all right, gotcha.
I told them, okay, well, when you get home, you put that phone down, and what y'all gonna do, you're gonna start reading. You're gonna start reading and stop scrolling so much and talking to me in text talk. You have to be able to have, hold a conversation with somebody, and the
Right.
subject and the verbs agree. So I made them start reading the Bible, and they have to write a essay. So we started with the book of James because that deals with your mouth and your attitude and how you treat people. So I made them every night they had to read a chapter out of the book of James, and then they had to write me an essay. I got the notebook back there. They write me an essay about what that chapter meant, what it said to them, what they got out of it. And then they finished the book of James. So now they're on the book of Psalms.
They're on the book of Psalms.
Yeah.
That is an amazing parent, right? Give yourself a round of applause. Go ahead, clap it up. Oh, give yourself the horn. Give yourself something, girl. Just go buy a regular house phone and see how they like walking around with a long phone cord. Man, first of all, it's not even about the phone, it's what the phone can do. They need to be on group chats, they need to be on FaceTime, they wouldn't know what to do with that phone. So they're on the book of Psalms.
Mm-hmm.
That is amazing. That's amazing parenting. That they're on the book of Psalms and my kids are on the book of TikTok. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, that is greatness. So they have to do that every single day.
Every day. And if they can't tell me, I forgot. Okay, well then I forgot to get you something to eat.
Well, damn. Okay. All right. Good morning, everybody. I didn't get the notification.
Yeah, and when they say, did you cook? I forgot.
Wow.
What we gonna go in there and figure it out? It's food in there. Y'all know how to cook.
Wow, she's a different animal, y'all. She's parenting at its highest level, y'all. They got it. They are doing essays every day on Psalms right now. I've never read Psalms. Like, I would be in a whole bunch of trouble if you made me do an essay on Psalms. Right? I don't even know where to find Psalms. You know how impressed I am when I go to church every twice a year, and like the pastor or sometimes the priest says, turn to the book of, and everybody knows exactly where it is in the Bible. I think that is so impressive. Everybody else just turns around and they open their books directly. Teach, sis, go ahead. The bishop is here. Oh, she's trying to get brownie points for the bishop.
We had to learn the book. I made them learn the books of the Bible, even though because my belief of the Bible is that it's a book that was written by men. Okay. But there are some things in there that, like the book of James. I like the book of James because
book of James.
It talks about your attitude and your mouth and how to navigate certain situations. And somebody had to tell me that.
Good morning, Jacqueline.
Age. My godmother, actually, she was like, you're really smart and the things that you say are true, but it's the way you're saying. It's your delivery. You don't
Yeah,
have to.
yeah. You might want to go back and read that. You might want to go freshen up on that. You might want to read up on James again. I don't know.
So
You
yeah.
might want to hit. I just go to the table of context. Listen, when I'm in church and I see people go, and when people got their own Bible in church and they got a cute little cover on it, and you could tell this, they got their names in it and everything like that. I'm like, wow, y'all really customized the Bible. Lord Jesus, please bless Shawnee's kids, because the Psalms ain't no joke. Please give Shawnee a kind heart to allow her girls a night off here and there. What is good with Psalms? Is there drama in Psalms?
I don't get no night off. I don't get a night off. The book of Psalms is Psalms are like songs. So I mean, really, they songs. Some of them are songs that you actually sing in church. But
you know what? We got to go out of order right now, Shawnee.
Why? What you want to do?
We got to go out of order because we're talking about the book of Psalms. First of all, does every apostle have a book? Do some of them get shortchanged?
John, James, Paul, Luke,
Matthew. So I guess Judas
Judas ain't got no book.
He couldn't get a book. Like he probably would have been the most interesting book.
He might have a book in another book that they, references, because this Bible, of course, was written was put together by King James. So there's a couple of you.
Is there a book of Mark? Like, does Mark Mark got a book?
Mark, Matthew, John, Luke, James.
Was Paul the most high profile? We need to have the bishop.
Yeah, Bishop, I send you the link, Bishop, and let me send him the link.
We need to have the bishop explain the books of the Bible real quick, because
because I know it's early, Bishop. You might not want to, but I'm gonna send you the link, and if you feel like jumping on, jump on.
Now, my dad was a deacon for many years, so my dad knows all these books. I'm not familiar. I just know I can rattle off some names. What's the one book? What's the one book that has got it's got a weird name? It's got a weird name. What is the I can't think of it. It's got a weird name. But I just want to know who is the most famous apostle? Because I have to say the most famous apostle, just from a person who's not in the Bible, has to be Judas, because he's the one who did the highlighted the most incredible deception in the history of the world. If we go by morning ladies, Afro. All right.
Well, I know James is John was the most loved.
Now, John was John the Baptist, right? John was John the Baptist. Was that that was a different dude?
Mm-hmm. John the Baptist is the person that, and correct me if I'm wrong, Bishop. John the Baptist is the one that baptized Jesus, but John was the one that stood with Mary when he was crucified on the cross, and Jesus said to him, to Mary, take up your son. And so he basically said, okay, Mom, now John's gonna be your son, and John take care of my mama. And so John moved Mary in the house with him.
Okay, so all right, we got sidetracked. I'm sorry. Deuteronomy. Is that a book in the Bible?
Yeah, Deuteronomy is a book in the Bible.
Okay, cool. Hey, Mike, wait till they get to the last book in the Bible. James, I don't know the last book. I thought the last book was called The End. I don't know.
You don't know the last book of the Bible?
What is the last book of the Bible?
Revelations. The end.
Revelations. Yeah. Yes, I knew Revelations. Mike, is it Deuteronomy? Yes, I didn't know White Chocolate. I didn't know. All right, let's get to the show.
Deuteronomy wasn't an apostle, though. That's just a book in the Bible.
That's just a book in the Bible. That's a book in the Bible. That
okay, and Bishop confirmed it for me. It's a different John. Yes,
it's a different John. There are two Johns. Okay. But one John is definitely a lot more famous than the other John. John the Apostle is definitely a lot more famous than John the Baptist, or who sat there. Okay.
I don't know. I just know John was the most loved by Christ.
John was the most loved. Okay.
Because he's the one that didn't turn. Like, he ain't bail on him. The rest of them start acting like, I don't know him. We don't know what, they denied him. But John didn't. He stayed the whole time. He never.
Well, blessings to everybody. We got the church that anybody can get it, but we ain't gonna talk about that right now. Let's get back on course. Just watch the Passion of Christ. I can't watch that. My mom, that's one of my mom watched that for real. I can't. I didn't watch it, but I'll have to check it out. I'll check it out.
Why you can't watch it?
I don't know. It just seems like it's gonna be long. I don't know. I don't know. It's just like it's gonna be long. I don't know if I got
How was your night? How was your night?
3 hours. I don't know. Oh, my night was good. I don't know what I did. Y'all making the Bible sound like an upcoming HBO series. No, real talk. That's the way you got to promote it.
Yeah, it could be.
Like they should have a special on Netflix and just have black people play the roles that they should play in the Bible. Because every time you see Passion of the Christ and everything like that, Mel Gibson was in one of them movies. I was like, Mel Gibson.
Yeah, Mel Gibson, Passion of the Christ. That was his. Yeah.
All right. Enough's enough. My night was fine. There was something I did, and I should have wrote it down, and I didn't write it down. But
why you having such a hard time remembering what you do at night?
Because normally I jot things down that I want to talk about that happened in my night. No, the John the Baptist was the greatest. Oh wait, Bishop just hit you with the boom back.
No, I said that's what I said. I don't know. John the disciple was the most loved, but John the Baptist, and see that's what I would think. John the Baptist was the most popular.
All right,
that would be my thought. But the bishop,
all right.
The bishop spoke.
The bishop has spoken. My night was fine. Everything was good. It was rainy. I really wasn't doing much. I did my little workout. I'm back in the gym. I'm back working out. Getting it right.
See you. Well, let's stop and pause for a minute because you look really nice today too.
Oh, I got a little something I gotta do afterwards too.
I like that hoodie.
Thank you. I got a little something.
I've never quite seen you dressed like this on the show in 2 years.
First of all, you're such a lie.
Your hair is nice.
You're a lie. You're such a lie.
I understand. We have a guest. If y'all didn't know, thank you for tuning in to Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legends today. Radio's princess, Lady Jade, will be on the show. So Mike did a little extra.
It's ridiculous. This is what I had to go through when I was on the radio with her. Thank you for the shower curtain. Yeah, that's my backdrop. Well, actually, it's a curtain.
Do y'all like the background? I like the background. I think it looks good.
All right. Well, the background's the background. Ain't nothing gonna change. But like, you should say what you got to say. But this is the prop. This is what I had to go through when I worked on the show. Anything I did, it was because, that's because you work with Lady Jade. If I was in the gym, you trying to look good for Lady Jade. It was always
you trying to do it for Lady Jade.
Oh, I see the drip. I see you got new sneakers all the time. You must, Lady Jade likes sneakers, so you must have done that for. I wasn't doing nothing. See, Sequisa want to co-sign. Y'all are hilarious. Y'all are hilarious. Oh, so you only got dressed up for Jay. I did not. It's just the hood. If y'all saw what I have on,
you don't dress like that for me.
Shawnee, you've seen this hoodie so many times. You've seen this hoodie so many times.
You got the hair, you put the.
First of all, Ashley Newman, earlier this week, Ashley Newman said my curls were popping. So I have had the curls. I'm teasing the curls in the morning time. Just a little teasing. Yeah. Mike, you got the Barry White scented candles ready for it. I don't have. Make sure you have.
Yeah, because you look nice. You look nice.
Welcome to the show, Lady Jade.
We're going to see what you like tomorrow.
For under the sea background. I'll go for the under the sea background look.
With the backdrop.
No, because I had my other backdrop had like luggage in the back that y'all didn't see in the corner. There was like luggage in the back. So I just had to move over here. And I was like, I'll just take this blue. Mike, you're not dressed up for the first lady.
He's not dressed up for me.
That is ridiculous. That is, you see what happens? You see what happens now? She turns down all my, this is women. And then we're going to get to allegedly. The number one purchase as an entertainer is clothes. Thank you, Tajab. Thank you. Good looking.
Yeah.
But this is what women do. Y'all see me on this show trying to shoot my shot damn near every day. And the shot is denied and turned down. And the shot is pushed away.
Okay.
Now a set of ovaries comes on the show. Another set of ovaries comes on the show. And all of a sudden, I feel a little jealousy coming on. All of a sudden.
I'm just pointing out that,
I feel a little jealousy coming on.
I mean,
right,
the last time,
you want to be strolling and holding your hand.
The last time I saw you popping like this
was when? I was with who? Who was I with?
I mean, I was there.
You see?
I was there. Last time I saw you like this
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
show.
No,
On the
not
show.
on the show. No, not on the show. Say the last time you saw. I apologize, Mike. You trying to go for the Jesse Powell and you be singing the. I'm not singing the Lady Jade. No, this is what's crazy. None of this came up. I was shooting my shot. Now all of a sudden I feel jealousy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back on track. Sexy
Okay, but
Mo is.
tonight, what you do last night? We didn't finish your night.
I really didn't do nothing. I watched the basketball game, fell asleep, talked to you. There was nothing really interesting that
Yeah,
happened.
he tried to slide that in there. I talked to you. Okay, you talked. Did you talk to Jade too last night?
No, I didn't talk to Jade. I talked to you like 12. I talked to you like 12 times yesterday.
You didn't text her. You didn't text her.
No, she texted me about.
Okay, so you did talk to her. So you did talk to her.
Do you see this, y'all?
Do
you see this? I promise you, the same energy will not be coming from Shawnee tomorrow. Tomorrow won't be the same. She'll be back to her regular self. Shawnee, Mike don't even have a drink. Mike don't even have a drink in hand. He making sure he ready for Lady J. I know.
He's over, Mike. Look, he all fresh. What you do to your hair? Boo.
I ain't do nothing. It's the same thing I do every morning. I threw that water on. You're not gonna try and deflect. You're not gonna try and deflect. Mike dressed like he going to Palmer's on Spring Garden. Yup. And Shawnee know the last time she saw me dressed, and it was higher than this, is when me and her were at the black party with Jay Black. But she want to casually. Anyway, Sexy Mo ain't here, so she can't do allegedly, which means we got to fill in for her. So hit the intro, damn it. Real super good morning. Yeah, shout out to Palmer's nightclub on Spring Garden. There was a lot of long nights in there. He said he talked to you after he fell asleep. What? In his dreams.
Whose side you on now?
On my side. He's a man. He's on my side. Anybody who's not on my side, I'm questioning your manhood. Hit the allegedly thing. Come on, girl. You so busy.
Like if you would do what I asked you to do, which is accept the email request that I had sent, then you could help me because I have to go from screen to screen.
Let's get this mother crawl.
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go.
Allegedly. With Sexy Mo. Powered by Media Room 360 TV.
Okay.
All right, y'all. The stories you're about to hear, we reserve the right to understand that we will renege on these stories or recant. We will tell you these stories ain't true right after we say the story. We getting this information from every place that you're getting the same information. Listen, we don't know if this is true or not. All we know is that we're going to tell you these stories, but Mo's not here. So me and my set of ovaries are going to take over and do our best to try and give you allegedly. Do you want to start or do you want me to start?
No, you can start.
Okay, we're going to start. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a story that is it's something that's ongoing. Nia Long and Imani, what was his name? Udaka? Udaka?
You make me forget his name.
Iman
Udoka.
Iman Udoka.
We messed this man.
Iman Udoka. Shoot, he got bigger problems than us. Anyway, finally, after the scandal that hit that he was smashing out, I think the owner's wife allegedly, and they are finally officially split months after. Now the story's already gone. I don't even know why you wait this long to break up. The story's we've already forgotten it. You might as well just work it out now. You know, he's smashing it. Y'all weren't married or nothing. And so they're official.
But they was together. What you mean they weren't married or nothing? They were together. They were in a committed relationship.
Yeah, I'm just saying now it's time to work it out. It's almost like, you know, now the official breakup, like they're trying to get more light on this. For those who don't know, he's still on what was it called? Indefinite suspension. Now this has never happened in the NBA. Nobody's ever been put on an indefinite suspension. Technically, this is literally worse than what they did to Kyrie when they made him do like 15 different things in order to get back into the league. Like they basically have said, we're going to suspend you for as long as we want to, which the NBA Association, the union should be upset that you can't just put somebody on timeout forever.
Right, because he can't get a job, right? Can he get a job?
No, he can get a job. He almost got the Brooklyn Nets job, but he couldn't because of the drama with Kyrie, and they didn't want to add more drama by hiring him. So his past kind of lingered. And it was something that it happens when you start knocking off owners' wives. Now, there's the one thing I don't understand. Nia Long has sat up here and complained about the Boston Celtic organization not reaching out to her to see how she's doing. Why do they have to reach out to see how you're doing? Your man should be reaching out to see how you're doing. Why would the Boston Celtic organization have to reach out to you? Then what I heard was they were upset that the Celtic organization made it public. Well, they can't fire him or suspend him and not tell us why.
They could come up with other reasons. I mean,
Yeah,
we know people that's got fired, and we know why they got fired, but the public don't really know why they got fired.
Well, I will say this. If your man didn't want to go public, he shouldn't have been smashing out the owner's wife. Your man made this public. If you're smashing out somebody's wife in an organization, they're not going to lie for you. They're not going to do you a favor and not make it public. If somebody is smashing Shawnee Scott on Media Room 360, I'm making it public.
Wait a minute.
If it ain't me. If somebody has entered those walls, I'm making it public.
And why would you do that? That doesn't make sense.
Because I'm claiming. I'm telling you right now, I'm making that shit public.
Oh my God.
I'm making it all public. Nia Long, like, stop. It's not their responsibility. Like, I think it was horrible what he did. I think it's horrible what he did to you. But that's all on that gentleman right there in the picture. That's
On him.
It's his fault.
I mean,
it wouldn't have gone public if you didn't make your penis public. You made your penis public. So guess what? It was public domain. I bet you will, Mike. You know I will, Don Page. I'll be right up here and I'll be like this. Excuse me. I got something to say. Somebody from another show on Media Room 3. I'll be putting out the whole show. The owner's wife literally took one for the team. Exactly, Rich. Yes, she did.
I mean, but I was just saying they didn't have to do it like that. They really didn't. And I don't know. You know, the woman was
First of all,
Nia's flights.
Yes. And the woman was in Nia's face. And remember, this story broke from a reporter. The Celtics never came out and said what it was. Now, there was a leak. But there's always going to be a leak. You ain't going to be able to hold this back. You really think you're going to be able to hide a story in Boston, a major market, about the coach smashing the owner's wife, allegedly? Reach out, girl. You are not in the sunbeams from the show The Game. You're not.
Oh my God.
You're not in the sunbeams. When does your job, if your job make like if my job, like let's say you were at a regular job and you got caught knocking off the boss's wife and you got fired and some employee leaked the story and sent it out and your wife or girlfriend found out. You really think that job is obligated to call the wife to see how she's doing or to call the girlfriend? Oh, damn, you just skipped up to the next. Okay, all right, Shawnee, moving along and allegedly. God damn, all right, Shawnee, you getting a little pushy today.
Yeah.
This is all the hate that she got because Jade is on here. She flustered. She mad, y'all. All right, the next story coming up.
Summer Walker.
Summer Walker. I'm filling in. Me and Shawnee are filling in for Sexy Mo for allegedly. This is very awkward for me. I don't like reading the stories. So Summer Walker took to an ad and put an ad out for an assistant. And this is what the ad said. You see it in front of you. Need male assistant, $2K a month, age 25 or older, ATL, have to have a car, have to know how to build stuff, preferably white or gay. Just saying. So the internet got hold of that and it went down. And it was all in Summer Walker's DMs. And she had the nerve to be shocked that at the end of her what she wanted, she said, preferably white or gay. Just saying.
Just saying.
And she has no idea why people are coming for her. When at the end of the, first of all, if a company did this, there'd be a lawsuit. If a company did this, absolutely, they have broken laws.
Right.
When they say preferably white or gay.
Right.
Well, Summer Walker didn't feel that way.
No.
Summer Walker decided that she had a response to everybody coming for her. So this was the response that Summer Walker had.
Well, I'm gonna have to say the response because the video
Oh,
didn't come over. But what Summer Walker said was that people don't know what they're talking about. They did not understand, and I'm paraphrasing. They didn't understand what the job description was. So $2,000, because people were coming at her saying $2,000 ain't enough money to be a personal assistant a month. It's like you don't know the job description. The only thing that I want the person to do is come over and do stuff that I don't feel like doing because I'm on maternity leave. We're not on tour. And she said the person that she hired, all they have to do is come to her house one time a week, take out the trash, build a toy for her kid, or check her bill, something like that. And then she went on to say that she's actually paying the person $2,500 a month, and she wanted a gay man because she didn't want someone that would be hitting on her, and that she wanted a white man, because she's like, y'all N-words, y'all know how y'all can be. She said, but at the end of the day, she ended up hiring a black man. So she hired a black man. He's getting paid $2,500 a month. He put a toy together, took the trash out.
First of all, Summer Walker, as a recording artist who's a celebrity, if you didn't know you was going to catch hell for putting preferably white or gay, I don't know what world you're living in. I don't know what world you're living in. But what pisses me off about the situation is that you can say that, I wish we had the video. I wish we had the video and how she called everybody. You know how you N-words do. If a white person would have put that up right now, if a white person would have put that exact thing up right now, we'd be having hashtags. They'd be hashtags on Instagram. Oh, TikTok would be loaded, blasting off right now.
Yeah.
Oh my God. If a white person said preferably white or gay, Dr. Umar would be on it. Van, what's his name? Used to be on TMZ. Who's the dude that used to be on TMZ, got kicked off after Kanye said
his name is Van, but I can't think of his
there's
name.
another part. Oh, this would be on the Breakfast Club. They'd be everything would be going, hey, even though this might still be on the Breakfast Club, everybody would be going nuts. And you got the nerve to be like, y'all don't need to be in my business.
Yep.
You put it in your business when you requested a white or gay person. I don't think Mike. Wait, what? Damn.
Mike got the chains out. Yeah, girl.
Really, it is the first time y'all seen the chain. That's what y'all gonna do now. Here we go. Here we go. That really first time. All right. Summer Walker's over. I don't think Mike, cause we only come from us. We let everybody else get away with everything. So, Summer Walker, you're bugging. All right, and last but not least, this is a story that I'm scared to do. She didn't have to advertise it; just hire who you wanted. Thank you, Josiah. That would have been a simple case.
Yeah,
Van Lathan. That would have been simple. That would have been simple. But extra 13 eggs in a dozen. You always got to be extra. Now this story.
Yes.
Yeah. 2 Chainz. Stop, Tam. Y'all instigate. Y'all just instigate for no reason. Y'all just feeding into Shawnee's evil jealousy right now. Y'all feeding into it.
You look good, boo.
Oh my God. All right. The last story on allegedly we're filling in for Sexy Mo, because Sexy Mo's son is got some stuff going on. All right. My mom is gonna be pissed that I do this story. Because person, I'm Puerto Rican, and my mom's gonna be pissed that we're doing this story. But I told my mom we have to do the story. Now we don't know if this is true. There's been rumors for years that J-Lo does not sing her songs, or does not sing the majority of her songs. I don't want to believe it. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm obligated to say this is not true. I'm obligated as a Puerto Rican from the Bronx who took the 2 train in the Bronx just like J-Lo did. My mom grew up in the Bronx. J-Lo's Jenny from the block. We are not supposed to spread this evil propaganda against our princess J-Lo.
Okay.
But when this video came on, I felt it my obligation to share this with the Media 360 room and everybody watching.
The Media 360 room, boy, he all kind of Jade got you all messed up in the head.
The biggest conspiracy theory about Jennifer Lopez is that she has no vocal talent, she's a fraud, and she does not sing her own songs.
Mariah says she often sleeps just 3 hours a night. When told Lopez claimed to get 8, Mariah said, quote, "If I had the luxury of not actually having to sing my own songs, I'd do that too."
This theory goes that after record labels saw J-Lo's mass popularity as an entertainer after the success of the Selena movie, she got a record deal to make her own music. But the men at her label realized that maybe the music would do best if it had J-Lo as the marketable face of the music, but someone else's vocals who was more vocally talented. A shocking example of this is J-Lo's own trademark song, Jenny from the Block, that was sung by aspiring singer Natasha Ramos, who was allegedly hired by J-Lo's label because her voice was similar, but better.
I'm still Jenny from the Block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came from.
A second example is J-Lo's song Play, where Christina Milian sings the whole chorus. None of these singers were credited on the songs at all or paid as being the lead vocalist on the song. The craziest example is the I'm Real remix that wasn't sung by J-Lo but sung by Ashanti, which caused a lot of controversy because Ashanti, a black woman, was singing it and she sang the N-word, but J-Lo took credit for singing the song, so J-Lo was called a racist.
I tell them niggas my niggas, but they don't hear me though.
Before I say what J-Lo has to say about this, make sure you follow so you finally know the craziest conspiracy theories about each of these celebrities and request who you want to see next. Men at J-Lo's label said that using other artists' vocals is common practice in the industry. J-Lo herself has never commented on it. And about her saying the N-word, she said, for anyone to suggest that she's racist is really absurd and hateful to her, and the song was not written by her, it was written by a black man.
First of all, I think we cracked the case for Summer Walker. That white guy should be your assistant. You should hire him. He's white.
You can't say the other part. He's
and I'm
white.
pretty sure
he is white, and that's
he's
all.
White, and I'm pretty sure. Okay. I don't know if the story manipulated my ears, but I watched this video like 3 times. The video on the right was more interesting than the J-Lo video. Listen, the one thing I will say is I don't know if I'm being manipulated. I don't know if I'm falling into the story. But when I hear the hooks, Mountain Dew, Dirty Sprite, Mountain Dew. Why did I say Mountain Dew? You got me all caught up.
Sorry.
Every hook that I heard, it seemed like her voice changed on every hook.
It's
like
the same.
No, the last one definitely sounds like Ashanti.
Well, they all sound like the singers, like the Christina Milian sounds like her, but they put that thing on it, smooth it out, the mixing and the mastering of it all. They made them all sound similar.
Yeah, but you can't have 3 hooks for 3 different people. Now, the first girl, I can't tell because I've never heard her. She was an upcoming artist who never popped off. So obviously, I've never heard of Natasha Ramos. But the second one sounded like Christine Milian.
Mm-hmm.
And the third one sounded like Ashanti.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the facts. Not conspiracy. It's known that those other people were singing. Now, you're the same person, and I love J-Lo, and I can't be loud. I can't be loud because I don't want this to get out. You're the same person who said that you have a similar vocal range to do the tribute to Whitney Houston. So are you lip syncing? Is that what we're saying here?
I don't know even how she gonna do this Whitney Houston thing at the Grammys.
She said she's can't. So what are we gonna do? Is this gonna be pre-recorded? Your part? Who's going to sing that? Is somebody else going to sing?
Probably because that's what they do now when they perform. They have the vocal track playing and they sing on top of it. Like, so they're lip syncing is what it's called when they used to have these showcases. The A&R would come out and they look for new artists. One thing that you couldn't do at the showcase when you were performing for the A&R, you could not lip sync, meaning you could not have your vocals playing in the background. You had to have a performance track. Well, now they don't do performance tracks. These artists are singing on top of their lyrics. So somebody else is probably gonna sing Whitney Houston song because when J-Lo said she was gonna do I Have Nothing, I'm like, ma'am,
I have nothing. Is that
you're
the song?
right?
I have
all
nothing.
have nothing, and none of us have that range. That you do not have that range that Whitney has. So this is gonna be interesting. But yeah, she's probably gonna have a vocal track up under her.
Now, because it's 2022, it's not as big a deal because everybody's auto-tuning anyway. So nobody really cares if you can really sing anyway. Nobody really cares if you really, but the tribute, You're putting pressure because the tribute, I'm gonna pay close attention if everybody else is mic. Because if you got the usual suspects performing, they not gonna use the performance track because this is their time. This is what they do. J-Lo has never had a great voice. That's why it's so insulting that she will be singing any Whitney Houston song. Now, the rest of these women, the Jennifer Hudsons, the Fantasias, the Yolanda Adams, the usual people, their mics are going to be hot because they over there trying to jump from the free throw line.
Right.
Like, they going to be ad-libbing and doing a whole bunch of other stuff. So, J-Lo, I think you need to just chill with the Whitney Houston. This is a dangerous thing we're doing here.
Yeah.
This could literally turn out to be worse than Will Smith smacking Chris Rock at the Oscars. Like, we got to be careful with this right here. And I'm a J-Lo fan. What was that last comment real quick?
Kathy said,
I thought most singers have various unknown background singers on different songs or collaborations. We've known artists that sing with them sometimes. But how are you going to have a different artist singing your hook on 3 different songs?
Well, they can mix it and master it to make it sound the same. They can do that.
But my thing is, if the other voice is the strongest voice, that is Ashanti singing that hook.
Right. And just like there's Christina Milian singing that hook. But they can work with the levels and make, because Ashanti, Christina Milian, they pretty much sound the same. They could all sing the same song.
Okay. I understand. You can mix it. You can do all of that. But why is it necessary for people to be brought in to sing your hooks? Like Mariah said.
Yeah, J-Lo is an entertainer.
I will give her credit. Afro Queen said, I will give her credit, though. J-Lo sings a lot better than her original hits. Yes, she sings a lot better. She has improved. Let's give her credit. She's a hard worker, but she still needs to stay far away from the Whitney tribute. That's what I'm scared of, y'all. As a Puerto Rican, she needs to stay away from the Whitney tribute.
She has nothing because she can't sing. Like I said,
she doesn't have nothing because she can't. Well, she can't sing. There are a ton of people who can sing, but I'm talking about when you're doing a tribute for Whitney. That's like doing a tribute on a basketball court. And you get players to represent a team that represents Michael Jordan. There are a lot of good NBA players.
Right.
There's a lot of good NBA players. But the elite 5 that we talk about, the elite 5 singers that we talk about over and over again. Listen, man, I'm a fan of J-Lo. I want to just repeat. I'm just trying to be fair. I'm a fan of J-Lo may want to sing to prove her vocals. Maybe she does.
I don't know, but I'm gonna watch just to see her.
All right, so okay, hold up. So we got a lot going on. I got a lot going on here. Hold up, give me 1 second.
What she's going to do, because it's going to be interesting. I'm also interested in seeing the other people that are going to perform with her, because if she doing the big songs, if she doing I Have Nothing,
she's not doing that song. Like, there's no way they're gonna like.
That's what she said. That's what she said.
I shouldn't say no way. She might get that. You know, Benny Medina and all them, they got a lot of power. So there's a chance we might actually see that. Wow. Boy, that's not gonna be good. How was she even chosen to do the tribute? I don't even know if she was chosen. I think did she put it out there, or did any officials put it out there and say it was a go?
She put it out there that she was honored to be doing it. So
all right.
I don't know.
So are we ready for our guest, or do we want to do the church story? Or do we want to do the church story while she's here?
We're ready for her, but she's not here yet.
Oh, she's not here yet. All right, so let's do the church story. Because let me tell you, y'all church folks are wilding out. Some of y'all church, that's why we need the bishop on here to see how he feels.
What's the church story?
There's a man who proposed to his church, went to his church, and said he wants to have a weed section in the church. Please make some noise. I need a sound effect or something. I need something. Okay. What's wrong?
I have to switch over.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Did you clap it up for the weed section?
Yeah, absolutely.
She might want to sit that day down. All right, y'all. We're not going to have a weed section in the church, y'all.
Why not?
Because we're not. I'm so tired of y'all trying to make church so Joe familiar to what you do outside the church. I'm so tired of y'all trying, and I am not a church goer, but I don't need to walk in a church and feel like I'm still outside doing the same stuff I'm doing outside. Our atmosphere has to be different in a church. I hate to break it to you. The atmosphere has to be, we not rolling up and they kids in the church and you want to blow some smoke in the church. Like y'all are wilding right now.
My understanding of the video, my understanding of the video when I watched Pastor Jamal Bryant of New Birth Missionary Baptist Church in Atlanta, Georgia, is the one who said that he was considering adding a weed section. He took it to his deacons and had a conversation with them because he also wanted to start selling cannabis in the church and teaching the other young entrepreneurs or people that wanted to get into the business how to do it. So I don't believe they're gonna be sitting in the church smoking. But
so why do you need a weed section? Like if you want to teach people how to grow, if you want to have a class, Mike, he said he wanted to start a cannabis business to bring in young black men. This is what I'm saying. God don't need help. Like if you want to start a business, an entrepreneur section of the church, and you want to have classes, I get it. You should have classes and be like, we're going to teach you how to do that. We don't need nobody. We don't need a weed section while I'm sitting with the alcoholics then. Yeah, listen.
But that's the weed section, not them actually sitting there rolling up.
So what's the weed section? What does that mean?
So he can bring, like Don said, he wants to attract young black men, come in, and people that want to get in the cannabis business and teach them how to be successful at starting their own weed business. That's the weed section. I don't think they sitting in the church rolling it up.
You don't know they not.
I mean, well, they might be. The church is big enough. They can build like a whole nother section and, put them in a little enclosed space like they do the drummer. And they can sit over there and roll up.
Oh, okay. Super clean. Okay. No weed in the church, no guns in the church. The world is ending fat. Yo, you know what? People will compromise everything to make them feel more at ease and being in dog. There's a different atmosphere that should be in the church. We don't need
atmosphere that's supposed to be in church.
It ain't supposed to be smoking weed. And
what is it supposed to be? That's what I'm asking.
It's supposed to be about your spiritual upliftment.
Okay, if you get spiritually uplifted.
High. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the top 3 things I don't need. I'm gonna give you the top 3 things I don't need in the church.
What's the top 3?
These are the top 3 things because this is where y'all going.
Okay.
This is where y'all going. This is where number 3. I don't ever need a DJ in the church.
What?
I don't ever need a DJ spinning records. And then you turn the church into what? Now we partying in the church before anything jumps off. Now it's just a party. So let me tell you what the party jumps into. The party jumps into you in the church dancing with a woman. Then the party jumps into you in the church grinding on a woman. Now you over there grinding on a woman, lusting over a woman because she dancing all sexy in front of you. Don't need that. See, y'all want to turn the church into what y'all want to turn it into because y'all don't want to change your lives. Number 2, this is where we going. Okay. There's going to be a room where you could pick your praise dancer and you could watch the praise dancer dance in front of you by yourself.
What?
This is where we going. This is where we going. Don't call it church then. Just call it the gathering of Second Baptist. Just call it the gathering. It's not the church. Watch. We're going to have the praise dancers in there. There's going to be a separate room for the praise dancers that you can get your praise on one-on-one. You can get your praise on one-on-one in the praise dance room. That's right. The church. That's what I don't need. Number 2 is the praise dance room. Number one, what I don't need in the church is an open bar. Because if you got a weed section and you already got some wine,
right,
then you might as well have an open bar. So what you've turned the church, and these are the top 3 things I don't need in the church. But when they come into church, you have turned the church into Park Place. You have turned it into the club. That's already in the church. I get it.
already there. Like they got you talking about no DJs, but it's a whole band at the church, and they have praise and worship, and that's a party right there, and people be dancing, and sometimes he can be standing behind the lady in the dress that's doing her dance, and all of a sudden she starts twerking in front of the thing.
You're proving my point. That's the downfall of the church. No, but but what I'm saying is the downfall of the church has already began. It's already started. I get to pick my praise dancer. Oh, and then whatever money you get to the praise dancer, that's part of your tithing. Hey, I tithe today. I paid the praise dancer.
Okay.
We done turned it into what we done turned it into is a social gathering. That's what we done turned it into.
All right.
I ain't never. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
I've gone to clubs.
Mm-hmm.
Clubs at 1 a.m. and I've never been hit on. I've never had women approach me the way they approach me in the church. But y'all go ahead and get the weed popping in there and see where it goes. Y'all go ahead and get the weed popping and see where it goes.
We got Lady Jade here. Real quick, breaking news: WNBA star Brittany Griner is freed in U.S. Russia prisoner swap. So they're gonna swap.
Oh, we finally got Brittany Griner out. Wait a second.
Yeah. So Brittany's coming home, hopefully. Probably not to happen. We thank you, Cassie, for giving me that alert. But real quick, our guest is here, Michael Shawn.
Ladies and gentlemen,
is your co-worker. I'm gonna let you do your intro too, though, but I'm gonna do mine.
Yeah, since you've been jealous of her all morning, since you already done caught the gels.
I wasn't jealous. I mean, we all just noticed that you dressed really nice today.
I put a hoodie on.
You got your chains popping, you got your hair, your curls popping. Maybe we need to have
my curls stay popping. Don't play me. My curls stay popping.
Lady Jade on more. And we'll get this Michael Shawn on it. But go ahead, your introduction.
Let me tell you something. Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
of the church, anybody can get it. Come on, Pastor Michael.
That's right. Welcome to the church, of anybody that can get it. I am your pastor. Coming to the square. I worked with this woman for 9 years. She's a radio icon. She was there for over 20 years. She did stuff that I wouldn't do. She done work with kids and work with a community. All I did was go to strip clubs. Listen, man, this woman was the moral compass of the show. She had morals and principles and all that good stuff, which I lacked. That's why I got fired and she voluntarily left. Ladies and gentlemen, please, the big round of applause for Miss Lady Jade, who took time out. Lady Jade is in the building.
All right.
You're muted, sweetie.
Here we go. Be a professional, Jade. You know that there's a mute button. What did I just walk into?
Let me tell you something, Jade. Let me just first of all, thank you so much, because I know you had to wake up and everything like that. So thank you.
Oh no, I'm gonna let everybody know about that momentarily, but I have to say just a couple of things. Thanks for dressing up for me, Mike. I didn't know.
Yeah, we all fresh and crispy and fly today. I thought,
this is hate. This is so much hate.
You look nice.
Yo,
wow.
I'm telling you, Jade, don't fall for the trap. Don't fall for the trap.
Matter of fact, let me make this right. I'm gonna go on and make this right. I'm gonna make this
what
right.
What are you gonna do?
There we go.
There we go. You gonna put Jade next to me? Well, honestly, you should put the square on the other side, because Jade was on my left.
Oh, okay,
Since Jade was on, you put her on where she was. Yes, she was on my left.
I was. Definitely. Y'all are crazy. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious.
Let me tell you about Jay. Let me tell you about this set of ovaries right here.
Yeah.
The whole team's not here. Jay Black's whole family is sick. They caught whatever is going on, so he's sick. Mo's son is having a procedure done, and everything's all good. It's nothing major. So let me tell you what's going on. I have sat on this show for over a year and made indirect shots. I've taken shots. Like, I've called her boo. I've done all big wall put up. Big wall, right? Big wall.
Yeah.
Stop playing. So I'm like, yeah, but when I fly out there, no, y'all all flying out there. You, Mo, Jay Black, the whole thing. The first time you come on the show. First of all, she gets dressed up. She's talking about me. She talking about me. She done curled the wig. She ain't never curled the wig when you're not on here. She ain't never put a.
The wig ain't normally curled, Mike.
No, the wig. If I show you yesterday's show, the wig was straight.
Right now, be on.
So don't fall into the ovary trap because she's hating right now. The jealousy's thick, but thank you. And she don't want to admit it, but the watchers know. They know the gel's right there. Okay,
well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm reading the comments. First of all, I hate everybody. Second of all, they are putting both of y'all on blast. So, and I feel bad because I literally just rolled over and I'll put on a hoodie. Because let me tell you something. I need everybody to understand. Michael Shawn still don't know how to communicate after all these years that I've known him. So, Shawnee, you need to understand what your boy did. So, last week I was supposed to be on the show. I ended up I had another engagement early in the morning that was going to be a conflict. So so I canceled last minute. So sorry about that. I text Michael Shawn. I'm like, Mike, I am so sorry. Please don't hate me. Like, I'm not going to be able to make it in the morning, blah, blah, blah. I don't hear from Michael Shawn. And I'm like, I really am sorry. Like, I feel like you hate me. I haven't, whatever. Still don't hear from Michael Shawn. How about this? Michael Shawn texts me yesterday and says, hey, are you good for Thursday? And I'm like, now I didn't even see this text message, Shawnee. I get on Instagram first, and there's a promo that I'm going to be on. That's how I found out I was going to be on the show today, was because there was a promo running on Instagram. So I was like, oh my gosh, I guess that I'm going to be on the show. So I hit him back and I'm like, well, you're already running the promo, so I guess I have no choice. Now, Michael Shawn also tells me the show's from 6 to 8. I didn't go to bed last night till probably 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm working off of an hour of sleep. I get on at 6. Shawnee looks at me and says, why are you here so early?
That was
Shawnee,
that hate.
so next
That was
time
the
you need to
ovary
be the
hate.
one to communicate.
But let's just say that was more of the ovary hate because we should have kept you for the whole show. That would have been better because we're missing a set of ovaries, and you would have replaced. You would have been in there. Then you could have, instead of me struggling with the entertainment news, you could have been part of the entertainment news. But see, that was a sabotage. You see, that was sucker and sabotage right there. That's what it was, Shawnee. Tosh said, "Laugh out loud." He just was like you on its show. Okay, all right. Let's get. You're here. You look great. I follow you on Instagram. Your Instagram is a movie.
Thank you.
It makes me try and improve my life on Tuesdays, not the whole week. But Lady J communicates well.
I communicate. Richard trying to shoot his shot.
Yeah, Richard shooting his shot. It went completely over Mike's head.
No, but Rich, I gotta ignore Rich because Rich started this yesterday. Rich started. He already started this yesterday, and it's so irritating. It's Rich. Relax. It's not gonna happen right now, Rich. You're gonna have to do what every other man did and go on my DM and ask me if I can hook you up, and then. So first of all, how's it feel? Now you're up early today. How's it feel not having to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning every day?
Well, I'm gonna be honest, you guys. Like, it was at first. It was like super different, right? I didn't realize what I did all these years. Like, you don't even realize you're waking up at 3-4 o'clock in the morning and that it's like super not natural until you're not doing it anymore. Right. And so, I mean, who doesn't like to sleep in? So I'm not going to lie. I'm enjoying the extra rest is good because I'm also staying busy at the same time. Right. So now my schedule has completely flipped. Most people don't notice. I've never been a morning person. Even when I was doing mornings, Mike, you noticed.
I noticed.
Yeah. I'm not a morning person. I'm not my best in the morning. I'm actually a night owl. So I get really creative and stuff at night. So now I'm not going to bed till like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. So that's kind of like literally my life is flipped. So yeah.
So, and listen, I had Jade here because we wanted to get her on the show, but really I have an agenda. My agenda was now I get to say everything I wanted to say about the situation. This really ain't about Jade, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm selfish.
Oh, snap. I'm nervous now.
No, I'm playing. Because Jade was like, she didn't realize what she did. When I first got fired, you didn't get fired. You left. I got fired. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be transparent here. The first thing I thought was, damn, I'm going to miss that check. And the second thing I said, but on the good side, because you got to see the glasses half empty and half full. Yep. The full side was I get to drink longer. Like at night.
Oh, my.
What?
Oh, my gosh.
The first thought.
Oh, my God.
The first thought I thought of was,
I thought you were gonna get. I thought you were gonna say I get to sleep in.
No. I do get to sleep in.
I get to drink longer.
Yeah, I get to drink. I can stay at my bar a little bit longer. Not we looking at the clock all the time. So I want to say what irritated me. This is one thing that irritated me. Because I don't want you, whatever questions you don't want to answer, you don't have to answer, because I only have 7 friends in the world and 2 of them are here now. So I can't ruin a relationship.
Okay.
I can't lose any friends. I've lost some friends on the show since we've been doing it. Well, they weren't really friends. So
They
weren't really friends, but they didn't like me at a certain point. But that was cool. That was cool. You know what I used to hate? And I know you didn't feel like this, because I like these people. I really like these people. But I hated that we had to hear stories. I did. About a morning show that was on 20 years before us. And we had to hear it. Now, I really like Sam Putney. I met Sam Putney. I really liked him. Now, the chubby chick that got skinny, I didn't like her. But I never really met her.
Oh my God, Mike.
I never really met her. And I never met Skip Murphy.
Yeah.
But it was so irritating to me to have to hear constantly. And I get it. They are iconic. Like, y'all love them.
They definitely are, for sure.
They are iconic. But I got so irritated it would be once a week, I'd had to hear a story on how amazing they were. And I'm like, listen, call me what you want. They're not better than me. So you say whatever you want. And I love them. God bless them. But my thing was, they used to irritate the hell out of me having to relive this story. And these stories are being told while we're doing a morning show.
Yeah.
We're doing this morning show. The morning show we're getting paid for, and y'all going down memory lane about some people. And once again, I really like Sam Putney. I really think he's a nice guy. The rest of them I've never met and whatever. But I was like, y'all gonna tell us these stories on, is this supposed to inspire us? Or are you trying to tell us we not as good as they were? Or what is that was my irritating thing. So that was my first thing. Hold on, let me get that off my checklist real quick.
Okay, keep going. We are here to let you vent.
All right. So what makes you leave something that you helped build, that you were such a crucial part of building? For those who don't know, you were a foundational piece of that show being what it was. Mm-hmm. All I was a free agent pickup. I'm the dude that got picked up. Like, you pick up a free agent and be like, yeah, he's gonna do his thing and he's gonna come in here and whatever. You were a foundational part. How hard was it for you to decide, I'm gonna leave something that I helped create?
Okay, I was not ready for this today.
But you don't. It's up to you. It's up
I know.
to you.
I'll say this. Leaving was literally top 2 hardest decisions I've ever had to make in my life.
Wow.
Probably the other one being, I don't even think, well, no. It may have been top 1, because I was going to say my marriage, but I knew that was over before it was over. So, I mean, if I'm just being honest,
But the wedding was dope. The wedding was
dope. I think the hardest part about the divorce for me was making the announcement publicly, right? So it wasn't leaving the relationship that was the most difficult. It was the anxiety leading up to having to publicly make that announcement. So just because I knew you felt like a failure. I was only married 10 months. So that part was hard. But so then, I would say it was the toughest decision that I ever had to make in my life. This is all I know. This is all I knew. Mm-hmm. This was my first career, first job. I mean, ever. You know what I mean? And here's the thing about big transitions like this. People think that you make the decision and then you like, okay, I'm going to go on and live with my life. There's still this process that you have to go through that I'm, still go through, that there are days where you think to yourself, like, did I do the right thing? You know what I mean?
Wow.
There are ups and downs to every major decision that you make in life. There are certain days that you're super confident and you're like, yes, God is confirming, like, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And like, you're living your best life. And you could literally have like the most beautiful day. You can have the most like fruitful day as far as like, man, I got paid yesterday. Everything is good. And then you wake up the next morning and you're like, okay, I'm a little afraid Because I've been telling people this. Right now, I'm at the best and the scariest place in my life because I literally have a blank sheet of paper. I can do whatever I want to do. So it's a great place to be, but it's the scariest place to be because it's like, what if I don't make the right decision? What if I don't make the right next move? Because it is all on me now. But I'll also say this, like, I'm reading this book. I don't mean to be corny. But
Go ahead.
I'm reading this book right now. It's called Overcoming Fear. And it's really helping me through this process. And I realize how for so many years, every decision that I made was based on fear. It wasn't based on me having this belief in God, me having this belief in myself. It literally was, how am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to provide? How am I going to? And that's not the way that God intended for us to live. So this book, literally every morning when I wake up, which I wasn't doing before, my goal is to really, truly like affirm myself, speak God's word over myself, and then be like, all right, let's go. And what I'm trying to change my mentality to be is like, at the end of the day, no matter what happens, I can't lose. No, because we're all going to make mistakes. We're all going to fail. But God got a way, some kind of way to turn it back around and spin it back to the positive, right? So it's like, no matter how much we mess up, if I do make the wrong decision on what my next move is going to be, it's going to come back around, like, because he already has a plan for me, right? So that's what I just keep trying to focus on. But yeah, Mike, you know, like, I cry for days. Like, I cry for months. Like, there are still some days that I cry because one thing that I'll say this, man, I loved our listeners. Like, I loved being around the people. And then I still get a chance to connect through social media, but I miss that. I truly, truly miss that part of it. And so, yeah, man, it was just.
But you do know your relationship with the listeners really hasn't stopped.
Yeah.
Now it hasn't stopped. And I always said, and I'm just gonna, I don't know if I ever told you this. I never wanted to be, now don't take this, I don't mean being a female. I never wanted to be in Jade's shoes because, and I always wondered how you felt about this. If I went out and got drunk and partied all night and somebody saw me and took a video of it, and I was in some chick's face and I had her wrapped up and I was doing whatever, I would come back to the station and laugh about it. You, on the other hand, if there was a video of you on a bar doing any type of sexual dance or doing any type of, that would be a scandal. Like, I already know we'd get to the station if that ever were to happen, and there would be some type of meeting from that control freak, and he would have a meeting and be like, yo, we got to do something about this because there's a video about Jays out there. And I always wondered, how consuming was that? Because we would go out to Park Avenue for the Halloween party. I could lose my mind, do some type of embarrassing stuff, but you couldn't.
Mike, I ain't gonna lie. There were certain times I was like, Mike get to do anything. I would be like, Mike gets away with murder. Like, you would literally, y'all, everything Mike is saying is true. Mike could do anything and it would come back the next morning and everybody would make it funny. And I'm like, it's not funny, bro. Like, I'd be like, but it was funny for a minute until, you know, it affected other things. But
yeah,
you know how it goes. But I ain't gonna lie, Mike could get away with murder. Like, it used to be so freaking unfair. I ain't gonna lie, it was a lot of pressure. But I can't say that it was pressure that anybody else put on me. I think I put it on myself.
Right.
Because I guess when you live up to, like, when you have this expectation, when people see you a certain way, now you're afraid to kind of like falter from that. You know, people saw me as the good girl and the person that didn't do this and didn't do that and all that kind of stuff. So it was like trying to be consistent with that. But again, I've been doing all this reflecting. Is it truly who I am? Yeah, it really is who I am. But at the same time, with me, you know, being a good girl, I'm also human. And I don't think that I let myself be human in front of other people. And so you start the whole people pleasing thing and you don't realize it until you're like, you don't want to do it anymore. So now it's just like me kind of breaking free of that and being like, this is me. This is who I am. I think what I'm realizing is you can be two people. We're not one dimensional, right? We're multi-dimensional. So I can still be a good girl and have good character, but I can also want to drink. I can also cuss every now and again. I can also want to turn up and listen to trap music, and that's okay. And doing that in front of people makes it to where people are either going to accept you or they're not. I think that there was a point in my career that I did not allow that balance to happen. So yes, it was a lot of pressure because I felt like I was constantly thinking about who's watching, how could they turn this around, how could this get me in trouble at work, how could, like all of those things. So it did, I ain't gonna lie, it was a lot of pressure.
Because we be in some wild out places where you're supposed to have fun, and you'd still be taking pictures with people. I didn't give a fuck. Like I'm out here like we out here at the club, like we supposed to do something. But damn, there was some you were saying how much you said the marriage thing, and I always like you kept that to you. I did not know all the stress that I don't know how you kept a straight face. Real quick, I just want to say Jade is the only person on the morning show who didn't get drunk with me. That's all I'm gonna say. She's the only person who would not, and I never asked her to get drunk with me because she wouldn't have. Because
do you mean okay, let's clarify. Get drunk with you or have a drink with you?
No, get drunk with me.
Oh, so everybody else got drunk with you.
Yeah, everybody else got drunk with me.
I don't even think I've ever had a drink with you, Michael Shawn.
No,
I don't think I've ever had a drink because I knew me having a drink with you is different than, how it could affect, like me having a drink around you, there's a different effect, right? And at the end of the day, Mike is my brother. Like, whether I agree with the things he does, whether I get mad at him sometimes, whether he drives me crazy, frustrates me, and that was vice versa. Because what people don't understand is when you're sitting in this little 10 by 10 studio for 5-6 hours a day, we all get on each other's nerves. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else has these jobs and these careers where you get to go to your cubicle, you get to go to your space. But our career is to sit and literally talk the entire time. And you don't even talk to your significant others that much. Like
not at all.
When you're dating, when you're married, you don't sit in a room for 5 to 6 hours straight and talk. And so but at the end of the day, I wanted Mike to win. And I can remember, and Mike, you and I have had this discussion. Hopefully I'm not speaking out of turn. I can remember when
somebody already did that, so go ahead.
I can remember when you did when they did let you go. I was so hurt. And it wasn't hurt by them letting you go per se. Like I was like, people don't understand, like Mike really is like my brother. And we would have our own little inside jokes, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like he was kind of the person that evened me out, you know what I mean? When other things were going on or whatever. And I was like, oh my God, like how am I gonna survive without Mike? It was such a hurtful time. People don't realize how close you can get with people in radio again because you're constantly stuck in a room with them.
And you knew all my business. Like that, because that was if you sit with somebody for 5 hours a day and, between talk breaks when it was, time to go to the vending machine or whatever, she knew all my business. So it was like, whatever drama was going, like she's the only one who knew my first, maybe I shouldn't say that. My first, okay, when I got a little in trouble with the law, she was the person I told. I ain't tell nobody else.
I was a good secret keeper, though. I really was. I kept all the secrets.
No, you kept the secrets. You kept the secrets.
I kept the secrets. Because, look.
So let's get to it. We got people on here saying, why'd you leave?
Yeah.
Like, what was the final straw? Was it something that you just wanted to move on in your life? I'm not answering it. Why'd you leave?
No, it wasn't something that I just wanted to move on with my life. There were circumstances that led me to leave. I'm going to be honest. I don't think the time is for me to speak on it right now.
Cool.
And I know everybody is, trust me, I've heard all the comments. I've heard we're supporting you. And then I've heard the thing of, well, we ain't gonna care no more after a while. And that's okay too. You know, I've heard it all. That's okay too. Because I think that just at this moment, I'm not saying that I'll never speak on it. I want to make sure, number one, when I'm speaking on it, it is not to be revengeful or spill the tea on somebody. Or you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't want it to be from that place. I think that right now my peace is more important than the tea.
Right.
There have been times that, I've heard every single rumor about why I have left.
Well, what's the biggest rumor why you left?
What's the biggest rumor?
The biggest rumor was that because I wanted to be the lead of the show. That's the first. Mike, now you know. That's the first. Like, I've never, y'all, and I know this sounds so bad. If God said I was to lead a show, then that would be. But I love and enjoy, and Mike, you can vouch for me on this. I love and enjoy being number 2. Like, there's no part of me that ever wanted to replace anybody, be like, that wasn't my role. That's a whole nother role and level of responsibility that I did not want. So that is definitely 100% false.
Now, this is Michael Shawn saying this. Not that she couldn't have done it. That was Michael Shawn's comment. Not that she couldn't have done it. So I'm gonna repeat, not that she couldn't have done it. And then I'll put one more thing out there, and I think that's why people, maybe that biggest thing of them saying you could have been the lead, or you wanted to be the lead in that rumor, which is a lie, 1,000% lie, because we played our positions amazingly when it came to that as being co-hosts, which are super important to a morning show. But let's just be 100. I'm gonna keep it $150 right now. We knew who the most popular person on the show was.
Honestly, I'm not getting into all that.
But see, this is Michael. This is Michael Shawn. Yeah. Michael Shawn. Look, I'll put my government. Adorno. Michael Shawn Adorno, a Pisces, 51 years old, recovering alcoholic, 3 daughters, and one of them doesn't even like me right now. Listen, I'm going to give you I'm gonna keep it $150. When we went out in public, I knew what it was. I played my part. I was the third one, but the most popular person, the person that people resonated with, the person that people were attracted to, not because of her looks, because of them knowing her and wanting to be around her, was Lady Jade. Did that cause?
As a listener and somebody that's from Dallas, and the 2 popular people on the show, I'll put you in the studio. It was Jade and Mike. Everybody listened for Jade and Mike. They listened for you all's interaction in We the Worst Records and what the hell you doing at the courthouse. And that's not there anymore. And just the camaraderie between you two is not there. So I'll say it, the show is boring.
That was Shawnee Scott, keeping it 100. Shawnee Scott, what sign are you? I need everybody to know. What's Scorpio. That's Scorpio. She's a Scorpio. And,
mother of 2 kids.
And eventually,
in 28 years.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't listened since I left. And I'll say this: what people need to understand is, like, every role is important, right? Every role, your lead is important. There has to be some level of structure and professionalism, and that's a difficult job. Your co-hosts are very important on the show. So, I definitely think everybody played their role. And one thing that nobody can deny is the chemistry that we all had there in the studio on the air. Because nobody thought that we could do it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the reality is nobody thought that we could do it. Nobody thought that a woman could lead the show. Nobody thought she could have a female co-host. Nobody thought Mike could come in and, really coming from the East Coast, coming to a show that was down south. Because they ate Mike up when he first got on the show because of his accent, because of his voice, because, he had a crass personality, because that New York humor is a little bit different than down here. But the adjustments that were made, what we did was something historical. You know what I mean? Like, it really is, so I appreciate the compliments and everything, but I just want to say, like, I feel like everybody definitely played a positive role. And I also want to say this when it comes to, like, people asking me what happened. Mike, you know me. Like, one thing I'll never deny is Jay will clap back and pop off when necessary. So I don't want anybody to get like the good girl, the I'm all sweet. I never want to pretend like, you know, I will stand up for myself, you know, and not just coming out and saying what I've been wanting to say and, you know, letting people know and this and that, especially when you hear all these different things and rumors and blah, blah, blah. Especially when people try to create a narrative for you. The most difficult, challenging thing for me has been to be quiet. And again, I don't want to sound cliche, but to literally see what it's like to have God fight my battle. Because that has really never been who I am. I have always spoken up for myself. I've always stood up for myself. Mike, you know me, my personality. If I ever had an issue with anybody, I would always confront that person, which sometimes can come off as if you're being confrontational, but I'm just not the type of person. I don't have to go through all these middle people and tell. And no, it's like, let's have an adult conversation. So I'm not afraid of confronting and speaking about the truth. But there have been times, and I'm not making this up, y'all, and I'm not saying this is everybody's story, where I'll hear something and I'll be here at my house, I'll be heated. And I'm like, I'm finna get on Instagram Live right now. Like, for real, like, I'm sick of this mess. They got one more time, and I'll just sit still, and like 10 or 15 minutes later, I'll get a call, and it'll be an opportunity. It'll be some money. It'll be somebody offering me a job. It'll be, and I like it. Those things have literally been happening for me. And the more quiet that I am, the more peace that I have. Because one thing that I realized, if I come out and if I would have came out at the beginning or in these last few months and said something, it's a never ending wheel. We explain ourselves to people, but it's never enough. Because it's always going to be but if this happened, then what happened here? And then this person going to come back again, you know. I'm not ready for that hamster wheel right now. And that don't mean I ain't gonna never say nothing, but I'm gonna say it in the right way. And I'm gonna say it in a way there that it's just the truth. You know,
exactly.
I mean, because I ain't got to gas, I ain't got to lie, I don't have to do any of that. But when it's time, it's gonna be time. And right now, y'all, I am enjoying life. I am working a lot.
Yeah, I see you.
So, like, I ain't think about them folks. So.
Here go Richard. Here go Lady J. You single? Not that it matters. We can still work something out. Richard, we're not. We're not. Not now. You want? If she's not single, you want to be the side dude. It's unbelievable. Damn. See, Richard, you done throw me off. There was something I was just about to ask.
I don't know why you even read that comment.
Because they support. So I like to read their. I like to read their comments because they definitely support. And I don't want people to think I got beef, any type of beef with Didi. I saw Didi recently, and it was all good. It was all good. This is Michael Shawn, once again, the Pisces with 3 daughters and everything like that. The problem I have is when somebody asks you about something. Look, I got myself fired. But when somebody asks you about the situation and somebody says it, don't tell one part of the story. When somebody asks you about my vice, then the next question says, do you have a vice? And you say no.
Nope.
Knowing that I spent 9 years with you.
Wait. I missed. What did I miss?
Oh, I'm sorry. Didi, I want to repeat. I do not have a problem with Didi. If Didi called me right now, we'd probably have a long conversation and chit chat and everything. When I saw her, we took a little video, whatever. But she did an interview. She did a podcast where they asked her about me. And she went into detail about, you can't be slurring 60 affiliates and you coming in drunk or whatever like that. And she was very transparent when it came to Michael Shawn.
They asked her about you too, Jay.
They asked about you too. She was very transparent. And I respect the transparency. You should say everything about, but then tell the whole story. Like, tell the whole story. Like, tell everything. So then when somebody asks you, the next question is, well, do you have a vice? And you look in the camera and you say no.
With a straight face.
When I done sat in front of you for 9 years, you gonna say no? Oh, you don't want to be honest about that. You don't want to bring up the throwing.
No.
No, not about you. You don't. You
No,
don't
no,
want,
I know. I was
yeah,
just gonna. You know what? Don't even give people
Yeah.
the energy they gave you.
No. But I get it. But I'm just saying, just be honest. Just tell the whole. Just tell all the angles of the story. It would be actually a great podcast. Like whoever was interviewing you would have benefited from that. And the viewership would have even went more up. And they would have done clips and they would have posted it on Instagram and TikTok. And they'd be like, oh shit, she really saying everything. That's my only problem with the situation. I don't have any animosity to you. I just understand that sometimes people tell one part of the story because unlike me, I don't care how I look when I tell everybody the stories. I can tell you, I feel like I literally to a point failed as a father. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It's the other, some other people I think need to work on that. But anyway, I have to get to this point, Jade.
Yeah.
You on the show actually shared a journey where you froze your eggs.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Which I gotta give credit to Didi because Didi kept telling you need to freeze your eggs. You need to freeze eggs. You need to,
sure.
And you froze them. What is going on? I want to know because we're about to play a game before we go. Are we any closer to somebody actually being able to be the person that puts something in the eggs? Are we any closer?
First of all, not put something in the eggs, but Mike, I'm ready. Let me tell you. Okay, people don't know this. There is a storage fee when it comes to eggs, and I literally just paid it 2 days ago. I have to pay $600 a year for them to store my eggs in a freezer, which is uber expensive. I'm like, I need to call the doctor and ask them, can I bring them home, please? I will put them in my own freezer. Like, what the heck kind of freezer y'all got? So here's the thing. I am actually, now, Mike, you know me. I will stay single for 95 years, which is crazy. But I am now at the point where I am like ready to start dating. I'm ready to have somebody fertilize these eggs, like
clap it up for that. Finally, she wants fertilization. Damn it, that's about
tell you. Like, I'm like, I ain't getting no younger, so but is there anybody that is like potential? No. And all my single ladies out there can attest. Like, the streets is dry. I don't know what's going on. I need to go out of town somewhere. I mean, I don't know what is freaking going on, but I literally haven't met anybody where I'm like, that excites me, that like makes me be like, I have butterflies. Like, I just haven't right now, but I'm open. So
I've never seen. Oh, I gotta say this before we play this because I gotta play this game. We're trying to find your significant other. We're gonna try and find it on the show. We gotta see what you like. But I have to say this to everybody: I've never seen a woman where celebrities came in and not one celebrity didn't try and holler and not one celebrity didn't get shut down. It was the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, if the roles were reversed and the female celebrities were coming in, I would have smashed like 95% of them. I would have followed them to the hotel and be like, let's get it popping. I don't care who it was. I don't care if it was Jennifer Hudson. I don't even care if it was the lesbian that came in. I forget what her name is. She don't even like guys. If she'd have gave me one wink, I would have been there. I'm telling you, I don't care if you are an athlete. I don't care if you were a platinum artist. I don't care if you were one of the funniest comedians in the country. I'm telling you, these dudes would walk in, say what's up to me, and their eyes would beam up like I'm trying to holler at her. So every joke that was told if you were a comedian was to make Jade laugh. It wasn't to make me and Dee laugh. It was to make Jade laugh.
But Mike, you know what? When I look back, I'm like once again, you like, maybe I should have just been the bad girl once. You know what I'm saying? Like, because now looking back, I'm like, God, I mean, I don't know. Yeah.
Just
I mean, it's not that I regret, but I'm thinking to myself, like, was there anybody, like, could I be more open? But you know how it is. You got one shot, then you're labeled in the industry. It's this whole thing. So
there was one comedian. Well, I can say it. I'm not going to say it. There's one comedian. When these dudes would say something during the interview, I'm like, oh, you fucked up. Like, once they answer something, they thought it was going to be popping.
Who you talking about, Mike? Say it.
I mean, there was one person who was very open about having multiple relationships, and they both knew about each other. And once he said that, I was like, you should have never said that. Like she's that's not it. That's not what's gonna happen. Like,
I don't do no swinging or sharing or nothing. No.
yeah, like I don't know if you've been to a strip club, but in my experience, when you brag about dating and you and your girl be picking up dancers and stuff like that, I was like, you lost. Yeah, I don't know what you thought.
I know exactly what you're talking about too.
I don't know what, and I was like, damn. I mean, I know you do well with the women. I know you do. Like I know from personal experience and watching you lapped me a few times on the road. But all right, so let's get. Real quick, because Rodney Perry's up next. Shout out to Uncle Rodney. Okay, I'm going to give you qualities. And on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being the highest, you're going to tell me how important they are to you.
Okay.
And a significant other, and a man trying to holler at you.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to go with the intelligence. On a scale of 1 to 5, how important do you need brilliance, or he can be dumb as a doorknob and you just lead him? Like, which one? Like,
Jade, last year and before, it could have been a 2 or a 3. Now, this year's Jade, I would say a 4. But I ain't gonna lie, I don't want no 5.
Why don't you want a 5?
Nah, you ain't gonna be talking circles around me and we talk about astronauts and moons and craziness. All that. I need you to be regular sometimes. Yeah.
All right, so that's a 4. That's a 4. What did you put on that? I forgot.
You did us to where we had to pick either or. It was like, do you want them to be?
Yeah, I forgot.
No, you know what? No. I had all 5s.
You had all 5s. Yeah, you did, and this is why it's not going to work.
Johnny got high expectations. Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know why she came to Atlantic City with me. Just to disappoint you. I don't know why you came to the black party. I don't know what you did there for. Financial situation. How important that is that? 1 to 5. Financial situation, 5 being the highest.
4 for sure.
Okay. All right, you ain't taking care of nobody. I'm gonna leave the obvious one too.
I done took care of too many. Let me go and put that out there for anybody that want to judge. I have been that person before where I was paying. I ain't doing it no more.
You was a sugar mama. No more sugar mama.
And it wasn't even intentional sugar mama. Like, I looked up and I was like, I think I'm the sugar mama. Like, how did this happen? Like,
it just happens. They get you. You just realize like 6 months later, you have paid for every dinner. You have paid when y'all rented the car. Why am I sliding
you my credit card under the table when we all out? Like, what?
And how did you know my ATM code? How do you know that?
What?
Okay. Their past criminal record on a scale, 5 being the highest, their past criminal record from
how
felonies,
much does it matter to me?
Yeah, how much is misdemeanors? Do you? Yeah,
3. 3.
Hold on, let's just pause for a second. A 3.
Everybody got to pass, Mike.
A 3.
Everybody got to pass. Now I will say it definitely depends on the crime,
the charge. It depends on what he got charged.
But I got a misdemeanor, so. What we talking about?
She said a 3. Okay, all right, we'll go with 3. So far, you got 3.
Shawty, you said 5 on that?
No, he didn't ask that question because I got a criminal record too.
Whoa!
I had to say like 3.
Exactly.
No, the amazing part is all the women. These 2 on here and the other one that's on the show, y'all all got records. Like, this is crazy. I just put that together. Personality on a scale to 1 to 5.
5.
5. Okay. 5.
Yeah.
5. Okay.
And you know what? That's my problem right now. I feel like a lot of guys really don't have a lot of personality.
Damn. It's like who America's Got Talent when they date you. Like, you really gotta you hoping for you to hit the button.
For real. Okay, but go ahead.
We all know she loves the criminals. Wow, I didn't know that. What she did say, no, because she did do what the hell you doing at the courthouse.
Oh yeah, what I did? How you doing? Oh my God.
Yeah, so that means Don Page was
it's
really.
True, Don. We show love to everybody.
Yeah, and
that's my problem.
You can't be soft around Jade. You got to be a real man around Jade. Like, you can't be like, you really gotta. If you don't challenge her, you might as well just walk. Just go home. Just go home.
For sure.
Performance in the bedroom, scale of 1 to 5. 5 being the highest. And remember, you have eggs that are waiting to be fertilized.
Okay, so I would say on this one is a 4. I'm gonna tell you why it's not a 5. That sound. Because any person, well, let me not, I'm gonna speak for me. Who wants a 5 all the time? Like, God, that is just taxing. That's a lot of pressure. Like, it is. Like, sometimes you don't feel like a 5. Like, sometimes it's just like, can we do 2 today? Like, I am sleepy. Okay. So, yeah, no, definitely not a 5. Like, the overachiever in that part is just like, okay, you're doing too much.
I can't tell the story, but Jay said one thing that I never understood. I thought it was I don't know. I need to run it by you before I say.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Jay said, if you take too long to finish, I'm going to get irritated. Like, what is going on that you would take? Now, mind you, every woman I've ever dealt with has said, if you finish too fast. She said, if you take too long. Then she gave me the time limit.
Well, no, I don't even remember giving you the time limit. But here's the thing. Let me tell you why this conversation even happened. Because, oh my God. Here's the thing. I was explaining that if a man does take too long, a woman's mind goes like, has he been with somebody else? Is he cheating? I know how long it's been since we have. So what's taking so long? You know what I mean? That is definitely, and there is an ego boost. Even though a woman will challenge a man and say, oh, you finished too quick, blah, 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 blah. There's still a thing in a woman that we like, yeah, I made him finish quick. See, you get what I'm saying?
Always a competition with you. It's always a competition.
It is always a competition.
It's always a competition. Yeah. Last one. How important is his faith, or how often is he a church person? How often, like, is he spiritually? Are you equally yoked? How important that? I remember that.
That's really big to me. And I'm gonna say this: it ain't. You can no longer fool me with the. I don't care if you go to church every Sunday. That don't mean you got no relationship with God. So that is a completely different. Like, definitely you have to be not religious. You have to have your own personal relationship with God. And I think that you could tell with a person how they walk, how they talk, how they carry themselves, how they make decisions. It doesn't mean perfection by any means, but yeah, because I have been fooled before where I'm like, well, he's always going to church.
I mean, he got a Bible that he got his name on and everything. Like,
yeah, it's all engraved in gold on the front. He even has a little books of the Bible tabs. I'm like, he must really love the Lord. I used to put those tabs in my Bible when I was younger so that I could just go Genesis X.
Like, oh, that's how we just talked about this earlier. That's how y'all knew how to go directly to the. I used to.
Well, there's also there's a contents in the front of the Bible too, Mike.
Yeah, and like, then when we were little in church, that it was a song called "The Books of the Bible" that we had to learn, and we sing it in Sunday school.
Yeah, and I only did the Old Testament. I never remembered all the New Testament. But besides Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
I didn't get them books of the Bible. Friendship West, you got different things to pay attention to. Listen, last question before we get out of here. And thank you so much for taking time out in the morning time and waking up in your busy schedule. And this is super dope that we have you on here. Everybody was excited.
I agree with Don.
Great show. Jay needs to come on once a week. First of all,
can I come on during the 8 o'clock hour?
Lord, I think it would be cool to get back. What the hell you doing at the courthouse? That's all.
But that means she has to go to the courthouse.
Yeah, y'all don't know. I literally had to stand outside of Lou Sterrett and wait for people to walk out. Like, it was a task, a daunting task.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you how crazy. This is why you can't put things in the universe. We used to do that damn segment. What the hell you doing at the courthouse in Lou Sterrett? And I didn't know how many times I was going to be in Lou Sterrett. Like, I had no idea. I did not know.
Was Jade ever there when you were walking out and she got to ask you?
No, she was never there. Thank God she was never there. Should there be, there's somebody in the church. Who's the guy who has made this proposal to the church that he wants to have a weed section in the church?
Jamal Bryant.
He wants to have a weed section in the church. And I said, you're wildin'. And then he wants to teach everybody about cannabis and how they can sell it to be an entrepreneur. And he wants to have stuff like that. He says he's trying to attract young black men. Your opinion?
Can't you attract young black men a different type of way? Like, Jamal Bryant, correct me if I'm wrong, is he the one that always get caught up doing some stuff?
Well, he was married to Giselle on The Real Housewives of Potomac. He took over for Eddie Long.
He's the one that took over for Eddie Long?
Yeah, so his scandals aren't as salacious as other people, but I mean, he done some questionable things.
Listen, after you follow Eddie Long, you could have a crack section in your
Oh
church.
my God, Mike, shut up.
Listen, we are not going to talk about Eddie Long. We are not going to talk about Eddie Long.
Why are we not going to talk about Eddie Long?
Because I went to that church.
Well, that was your bad. That was your bad.
Well, sometimes you can separate the message from the messenger. You know.
Yeah, I mean, Eddie Long supported a lot of stuff that I did. So I and then he wasn't hitting on me. So
yeah, he wasn't. You didn't have a son.
But I'll just say this, because a lot of people, I'll say this about the weed thing, because of course you're going to hear people say, well, weed is from the earth, blah, 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 whatever. I just feel it's sad that you feel in order to attract black men, weed is the way to attract black men. I think that there are a lot of other ways. Like we gotta think more highly of black men. Like, come on.
But
now,
he's
like
not saying have a weed section where they sitting there rolling and smoking. He's talking about the weed section where they learn how to run this business since it's legal.
You don't know that for sure, but you don't know
That's
that
what
for
the
sure.
video said. That's what he said in the video.
I gotta go watch the video then.
All right, go watch the video.
Thank you so much for having me, Shawnee, Mike. I really appreciate it. Yeah.
And we got some soup.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hit you again. I know we're not gonna do what the hell you doing at the courthouse. I know you don't feel like going to that courthouse. Like I already know. Like you ain't want to say it. You ain't want to say it. You ain't want to say it.
We had that conversation off air.
Well, you know what? If it was like, I ain't doing it in the cold. It's spring, summer, baby.
I'm not
I don't do it in the cold, y'all.
I'm not gonna do it in the cold either. But yeah, we can go. You know how you go can a couple, you can some, and then they just spread out. Don't have to.
Yeah, I mean that's what we used to have to do. Because trust me, I wasn't gonna go up there every day to find. No.
Yeah.
We are not that. All right, Jade, love you to death. No, last question.
He done have 4 last questions.
No, you're right. You're right. Yeah, absolutely.
One more thing. Hold up. One more thing, real quick. Come on,
I want this put out here. Yes, I'm Jay Black right now.
Okay, Jay Black.
Did I ever, in the 9 years of standing next to you, try to holler at you?
Never. Not one time.
Why you put the crickets up, Shawnee? You're a hater.
Never.
Not one time.
But you the only one that wanted to ask that question. Nobody else on the show.
Why you lying? Well, you gonna
Who
lie
wanted
to our
to ask that question? Who wanted
Jay
to ask
specifically wanted to ask the question. He had it.
Oh,
He
Jay
wrote it
Black.
down during the show. Yeah.
No. And I can honestly say that, like, right hand to the man. God knows, Lord, strike me down dead if I'm lying. One thing Mike never did was try to holler at me. Mike, I knew all Mike's dirt. Mike knew that. Come on now, like, nah.
Wait a minute, that's a good question.
Yeah, that was a good question, because I will say this: a lot of people, because of like Mike's comments on the air, but it was part of the ploy of the air, right? It made the room interesting or whatever. But people used to think that Mike would truly try to holler at me, but nah. Mike literally 150% never ever, nah.
I said things to try and holler on the air because I was saying things that guys always wanted to say to her but knew they couldn't say to her.
Oh, so that's what
in
they
real life.
No,
I was the voice of the voiceless.
Is that what you were? That's a good way to put it, Mike. Look, just keep it on the air, so I'll say no. He never tried to holler, but I'll just say this: off the air, he never tried to holler. Now on the air,
on the air, I was a predator. Damn it!
Yeah.
On the air, I was a straight weirdo perv on the air.
Yes, he was.
On the air, I opened my Bible.
Yeah, the lies.
All right, y'all.
He did, for real.
Jay,
so.
thank you so much. We got to wrap up the show. Rodney Perry's up next. You know how we close. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that. And understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end. So enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything, parking spots, big piece of chicken, and likes and views. Fight for your happiness and never let anybody take it away from you. All right, we gone. Thank you, Jay. We had a real show.
See you later.
Michael Shawn and the Takeover Legend, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in.